Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land, where we are now in the month of November, and I am making the last trip down, selling the silage that we did last episode, all from by the sheep pasture from that grass field. I'm still good. I'm just ready to go back over to this sell point. Sell point hasn't been there now for a while, but I keep doing that for that type of product. Anyways, we're over $150,000 now in the bank account, which is really, really nice. Gonna get a little bit more cash here. Silage is selling for a decent price today, like hang on a second, I'll have to double check to see what it's selling for, because I already forgot, because I was just checking on eggs and the tomatoes to see where they needed to go. 188 was the silage going for. While we're here, I am now done with the trailer, and we're going to go ahead and return that, because, well, I don't need it anymore. Well, I want one, but I don't need that lease trailer for anything else in the future. The belt was returned as well. Speaking of the belt, someone did mention, why don't you just buy the belt at this point, since I'm using it that much. That might be the last time I use the belt, honestly, because the grass field over by the sheep, that's going bye-bye. Next year, that's going to be cotton, I do believe. But I'm starting to tinker with the idea just a little bit, maybe planting some canola in there. We'll see how it goes, I don't know. But as for the other silage pit over by the cow barn, that's going to be silage for the cows, not to sell. And I don't want to use the belt to put into the feeder, because that'll be hard to measure putting it in there. So, yeah, next thing we're going to do is go back, grab the T6. The T6 is already loaded with the eggs and the tomatoes. Got to go down to the supermarket. We're going to sell that. And then I'm going to jump into McCormick and go over to the cow barn and fertilize that grass field, and then the fun begins. Just a little over 10,000 liters of eggs, 3,500 liters of tomatoes to sell down here at the supermarket. Bread Pit is doing wonderful, spitting out bread as fast as they can. We sold it in the month of October, so now we're just going to wait until the month of December, every 2 months, for perishable items. But it's going to be good bringing a little bit of cash today, like we did last episode. Checking the store, there's a few things I'm thinking about getting. But it's kind of out of our price range currently, so we'll just have to wait and see when we start really selling some stuff. Especially in the spring, we got some clothes to sell. We'll bring in a good amount of money then. So we'll probably do everything then. And I'm talking about the dairy production building, probably a truck and a tanker, and maybe even a auto-loading trailer, and get rid of the small trailer. Go with the big rig. So we're going to have a lot of transportation to do. But that'll be in the springtime, which might be at next episode. Who knows? I have to see how this goes on here. Actually, yeah, selling the clothes won't be next episode, because I think that's April or so. 16 grand, we'll call it. Not too bad, getting up to about 175,000, we'll just say. All right, so I'm going to bring this on back. And by the way, I did wash the T6 before I went and sold. Yeah, someone did make the comment that I drove the T6 when I was selling bread, and the T6 was covered in lime. And since the bread is kind of like an open crate, you know, I think they said something like lime-flavored bread, which, you know, doesn't sound that bad, honestly. Yeah, so I'm going to bring this back. I'm going to grab the McCormick next. I'm going to head on over to the cow barn and that grass field over there. Want to spread some fertilizer down on that before I forget to put the second stage down. So that is the next project. Shouldn't take us too long to go ahead and fertilize this grass field with this wonderful spreader that we got. So right now, this is all the silage that we have, which should be more than enough. Let me just pan around there. That should be more enough for the cows until next season, I would think. At least I do hope so. Now, the other silo bunker over at the main farm, I'm going to go ahead and keep that just for now. But probably next spring, once I know for sure that we got rid of that grass field, then we'll go ahead and sell it. It's not going to bring me a whole bunch of cash in. I mean, if I were to find something in the store for $180,000 right now, I would sell that silo bunker and, yeah, we buy whatever it is. I should mention also, in between episodes, I've realized we haven't named the animal pens yet. So the cow barn is now called Herd That. The chicken pen is now called Cluck You. And I named the sheep open pasture Woolworth. So I'll probably just say the sheep pen, the chicken pasture, and the cow barn still. But you may see the names when you go when we get into the page. Am I actually fertilizing here? It's kind of hard to tell with the shadows down there, but I should be fertilizing. I think this only had one stage of fertilization on it. Oh yeah, I can see it now at this angle. Must be the way the sun was hitting the soil. Didn't quite look like I was actually putting down a layer of fertilization down. The loading wagon is now over here, which frees up more space over at the shed at the main farm. Because with no grass field over there, I'm not going to need that over there for anything. So now the other shed is starting to open up a little bit, so I have some more room for more things in the future. But the next step after fertilizing this grass field, and this is why I got this time speed down to 0.5, is I'm going to go over to Alien Jim's pond, and I'm going to start putting down a little bit of a residential area. Not that big. I'm not going to go too crazy. And originally I thought I was going to do it along with you guys, but I decided I'm just going to do a jump cut on it and maybe do a little bit at the end. Just because it's going to be a lot of me just jumping into the store page and scrolling through the decorations. And then I'm going to fiddle around with the placements and all that. And it's going to be like a lot of fast camera work, I think. So, yeah, it's going to take me a while too, I assume, because I'm just not going to throw it down and go close enough. I want to try to at least make it look good. Now, I'm going to admit it's probably still going to look like total crap because I'm not a map maker, and I don't think I really have that good of a keen eye to make something. So, but we'll see how it comes out. I did a little bit, like I said, on a series called Green Mountain Forest. That's going back a couple years ago. That was a forestry map, and I was trying to make a forestry map into, well, like a village area, kind of like what I'm doing here in a way. Hang on, before I spend too much fertilizer, forgot the controls. Control Z for the working width. So yeah, in just a moment, I'm going to go over to the pond and start building. Now you're going to say, what about the money? So what we're going to do is I'm going to write down how much money I currently have in my bank account. And I'm going to give myself, I don't know, maybe like $5 million or something like that. And I'm going to go ahead and start building on it. Like I said, the residential area is not something that we pay for because it's just homeowners building their own houses. Yes, I do own the land, but we're not going to earn any money from giving them, for rent, for giving them areas to build on. The roads are something I will pay for, though. I don't know why, but it just seems like I should because, like I said, when we started the series with all the land, and that's a lot of cash right there for the land. So I will be paying for the landscaping of the roads. But as for the houses, the decorations around the house, and all that, that's going to be free of charge to me and building for them. As for another comment I did read about the chicken fields, the 3 chicken fields we got over here, they did ask why not make this one big field for the chickens, and it'll be easier to work in because you just got one field. It should be easier. Well, it's easier work altogether, which is true, and I will be doing that probably in the future. I just I'm trying to figure out, because if you look at this area right here we're going through, it's all nice and flat. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this area. I'm not too sure. Originally I thought I was going to put some of the farm over here because I thought I was going to put all the animal pens in where the forest is over here. But now obviously we didn't go that route because, you know me, I say I make plans, and I got to change it to ideas because those plans never really hold up too well. I just keep changing how it's going to go along here. Let me go ahead and park this away, and then I'm going to run over to Alien Jim's pond. Actually, you know what? I'll probably take the McCormick. That way I have someplace to teleport to. So yeah, now you can see the shit over here starting to open up just a little bit by getting some things out of here. Is that lowered? Looks like it's lowered. Nope, it's not. Okay. Lower that down, then we can disconnect it. Alright. Yeah, that bucket I need to sell, but the other bucket and the front end loader, well, the bucket needs to go over to where the cows are because that's where the silage is. So when I mix TMR, I gotta go ahead and use a bucket. That reminds me, I do need to take care of the animals. I think the sheep need water. The cows are out of TMR, but they got tons of hay in there. So it's not like they're starving. They got plenty of hay. And I still don't get it because it says hay is 80% production, but yet you look at the production of the cows and it shows 100% production. So I don't know exactly what's going on there. But anywho, right over here, we're going to give some people some oceanfront property. That is the plan. I'm just going to park the McCormick right here. That way, like I said, if I happen to have to go somewhere else, at least I got the McCormick to teleport back to. So, I don't know how long it's going to take me. Have no idea. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the store staring at stuff, and you're going to hear me doing a lot of, I don't know, then place down, go, well, crap, that didn't work. So, oh yeah, I need to write down the total here. Don't want to forget that. Let's write down the total of exactly how much cash I got. So, it's $173,756. All right, so hopefully, maybe in about 5 seconds, I'll see you again, and we'll have something that looks like a residential area in this general vicinity. So I went as far as I think I want to for today. It didn't actually cost me that much to put all that stuff down. I didn't actually have to add any money in until I came back now and had the money in. I think so far I spent like $120,000 to put down everything I did so far. Right now I'm laying the asphalt that was down all the way by Lord of the Wings, the restaurant. And now I'm running the asphalt all the way up to where the development is. So we got to put asphalt down so the residents can be happy. And then run a road into the residential area, and that's why I stopped, because I kind of need to put the road in before I go any further. Let me spin the camera around this way. I got a couple of, I think these are oak trees right here, twin oaks. So we're just going to come right into here like this, little by little. And there is the first house there. Can I scroll a little bit? There we go. So you're going to see a little bit as I go along what I have done. So we're going to have the road come in like so. And then bend around this way. I'll show you more what I've done here in a little bit. But first thing is, let's get the road on down. So that way I can start joining up the driveway and kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. And actually we'll join that one up right there. And we'll keep going around like so. I'll zoom in here in a second so we can have a look at the houses and what I did. Like I said, so far for decorations, it didn't really cost me as much as I thought it was going to. I think when I went to break it, I was going to add like maybe $5 million or something. I'm like, now I'll just start putting stuff down. If I need money, I'll start adding it. So, and here we are. All right, so now that I got the road in, I'm going to call that good for today. So the road only cost me like $6,000 to put on in. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the flight mode here so we can get a little bit of better angle here. Let's turn the flight mode on here. So I think overall I got like 6 houses down here so far. I thought I was going to go with 3, but then, you know, I started putting them down like, okay, they're not as big as I thought it was going to be around here. But you got 6 houses around Alien Jim's Pond, as we're calling it. No, I want to go on down here. Yeah, so the houses, and I got cars on each one. I can't rotate the camera. What am I doing? I'm not in the right mode for that. So the back of the house here, I haven't done nothing to this house as of yet. But they all got oceanfront property, if you will. A couple of tables and chairs, some sheds with some lawnmowers on down in this house here. And of course, putting down some trees as well to give us some color in the fall. So now I just got to extend the driveways out. I may try put sidewalks in, some type of sidewalk. We'll see how that goes a little bit. Not too sure I want to do that. Now this house here, I decided not to have them cut grass all the way down to the quote-unquote beach. Yeah, I want to leave the grass like this in here, so it looks like they're mowing the grass. That's why I got some areas where it's the grass is not painted in. So it looks like they've been mowing their lawns. But in some areas, I got dividers where they're not mowing in between each other's houses. Got a couple of chairs, benches down here with an umbrella. Decorated this house a little bit more up with a shed in the back. There's another lawnmower. And of course, over here, got myself a picnic table, umbrella, and a couple of beach chairs on down here. I was trying to get really creative. There is a chess piece that you can put on down. I tried to put the chess piece on top of the table. and it kind of like goes through the table and onto the ground, so I had to get rid of that. Yeah, so I'll probably do a little bit more work off camera again, but a little bit here, a little bit there, but it's a start, what I want to do. I do want to put more housing around on the other side of the road as well. Like I said, I may try to put in a sidewalk here. Not really sure how I want to do that. There are some decorations I want to use, but I'm going to wait until we build our house to go ahead and do that. So, I mean, not a bad start. Actually, let me speed up time back to ×1 again. So, yeah, I got some cars in most of the driveways. This house here, they got the picnic table out front with a little tent over it. So just a little bit of a decoration. I think overall it took me like 45 minutes I spent in here just fooling around with scrolling through decorations and just slapping things down kind of quickly here. But it's a start, like I said. Let me go ahead and jump on down here. Let's turn the flight mode off. We don't want to, because that kind of screws up me running around here. Alright, so the next thing I need to do today, since, you know, winter is coming, the one thing we definitely have to do, if I go into here, and we go on down to production buildings, we go to have a seat, 6,000 planks is all we got left. And in the sawmill, yeah, we don't got no woods. We gotta go ahead and take care of that. Before I do, and before I forget, I'm gonna run over and let's see exactly what our animals need. So let's go check on herd that, which is our cow pasture. So water-wise, they're okay, but I'm just going to top off with the water that I got left there. But we're going to give them some TMR to make sure they're at 100%, which I still don't know because it says we're feeding them hay. It says 80%, but productivity is 100%. Not too sure. The one thing I'm trying to keep my eye on is the milk. I'm not concerned about it now. I'm just trying to figure out exactly, is it going to be 100,000 liters it's going to be able to hold? I don't think so. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 75? I don't know. Someone tell... We're going to have to put down the production plant here probably kind of soon here. So, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to drive through the new residential area. That's kind of a dead end for now. I'm not sure if this is going to be a drive-through area, if something's going to be something I want to drive through, but you know what? It gives us some housing to look at. I do like having all different kind of trees in here. It definitely gives it some fall foliage look. All right, let's go up to the cow barn, give the cows some water. I almost said give the cows some milk. That's kind of like an old trick, you know. What color is paper? White. What color is snow? White. What do cows drink? Most people say milk at that point because you got white in the mind. No, cows drink milk. Yeah, see, I almost said it again. The cows drink water. We got to give them some water. I don't know if I even got any water left in that tanker. I may have took all the water that was in it, but I know the sheep need water. That's why I had it in my mind when I was doing the decorations. While we're here in the McCormick, we're going to go ahead and do that. So, actually, we're going to go in and top off. Wait, what am I doing? Wrong doors. The Fenton fit in here, so the McCormick should fit in here. Alright, let's go ahead and hook this on up. Hit the wrong buttons. Let's hope I don't have to... Yes, okay, so like, hopefully I don't have to pull out and go back in to be in the trigger. Ooh, they're taking quite a bit of good TMR there. And that is with mineral feed. Not that it seems to matter at all from the test I did, and like a lot of other people done. Alright, so is there water in the tanker? That is the next question that we all have. And I think I know the answer to that myself. And I think it's going to be empty. Ooh, I got a little bit of a bump there. Have to smooth that out. So now for like decorations around my buildings, like taking care of the cow barn here. Yeah, I don't got no water. So yeah, the decorations around my cow barn, herd that, and anything else I decorate around my facilities, that is something that we have to pay for. So I'm not going to get into that today because I think pretty soon here we're going to have to go ahead and put up the dairy production and get ourselves a tanker and a truck. And that is rather expensive. I'm hoping we can get till... I think we sell the clothes in April, I think I was saying before. So if we can get that far and sell that, that's what we'll probably put everything on down and get the production done up. As far as I know, we can bring milk to the dairy production and we can make cheese and butter without anything else. So we can make 2 different types of product. Not that we're going to have a whole lot of milk with only 10 cows. But eventually we'll have enough cows and enough product and they'll just constantly make it. And same goes for that product there as in being a perishable item. Every 2 months we'll be selling the butter and the milk. And it is one step closer to where we can go ahead and make cakes. That's a long ways still off. We still got to do sugar production and all that. Let's see, I have not turned on the water since I logged on, so I'll have to turn that on. While this is filling up, I do want to go in the store and just look at the tankers themselves. I think it's going to be under animal care. Animals. Hopefully it's for water and milk. Alright, so this will take, I believe, milk, water, fertilizer, and herbicide. So they got it where it takes all. What's it, 32,000 still? 32,000 liters. Funny it says 32,000 liters here. And all the other ones cubed. Anyways, doesn't matter. Does not matter. So that's why I want to make sure we can do water and milk in one tanker. Not that there's anything wrong with this tanker that we have here. Just that if I'm going to go around and take care of all the animals, I can top off the tanker and do it that way. So it feels pretty good getting that down. Oh, yes, some color. Some color. Alright, let's go visit the sheep because I know they need some water. I think pretty soon, though, I am going to have to go grab the wool that the sheep are producing and bring that on over to Tight Knit and drop it off in there. I don't know if I'll turn on the building as of yet, but maybe I'll turn it on. And well, maybe I will because I want to sell some clothing in April. So, yeah, let's see how many liters of wool we got over here. So I'm hoping in February we can plant all the cotton. And we'll be making a lot of fabric and clothing next season. Now, this grass field will be turned to cotton. And so on and so forth. I am thinking maybe next year we start making some more fields for canola and whatnot. And kind of get ready for making oil production. But the main reason I want to put that down is to go ahead and put down some bees and start producing some honey. But the bees are supposed to help with the production of those fields. I was going to say you ladies, but I guess it could be ladies and gents over here. It's going to take quite a bit. So I think this is going to hold 8,000 liters. I'm not too sure. May take another row. These are 1,000 liters apiece, right? Yeah, so I can probably wait another day on that. So taking care of the trees around here is a little bit of a priority, so I'm just going to drop off the no, actually I want to top off the greenhouse. Got the tanker already on board here, so let's top off the greenhouse. And that should be good to go for a while. Let me check on productions. Yeah, the cows do need some water, but that's fine. Don't worry about the TMR because we can only put so much food in there. That's why I was kind of having chomp away at the hay for a little bit. Greenhouses, that's what I was looking at to see how much water we got in here. Yeah, that should be good enough for a while. Alright, I'm going to turn this off right here. Because I'm going to go take care of the cows later on to make sure I give them some more water. I'm going to grab the T6. Is that still hooked up to that? Yes, it is. It's kind of weird, though, how I've gone along here. When I got the T6, it looked like a really decent-sized tractor. Now when I use the McCormick and the Fendt, it just looks, well, on the small side. Grab that. Yeah, I'll leave the trailer the way it is. And that's the other thing I want to upgrade as well, is the trailer. Don't really need to next year because we'll be doing cotton and can't use the trailer at all. No, we'll take care of the sheep first. I was going to cut down some big trees. So yeah, I'm not going to need the trailer to load the cotton into. And the wheat that we're growing right behind us here in the chicken fields is not that much, and we don't have to go that far to drop it off in there. So it's not that big of a deal. I gotta do some leveling around here. Chainsaw. Yeah, gotta get that sawmill up and running. We're getting low on the planks, so we want our furniture to get kind of on the low side. And drop that in there. I think it's in. Yep. Ah, yes. Give myself some room around here. Let's cut down a few of these. Leave the stumps a little bit on the high side so I can find them with a stump grinder. Nope, I said pick that up. I am going to try to cut down. I feel lively tonight, so I think when I get done recording, I'm just going to go ahead and spend some time after I get this video started uploading. I'm going to spend some time in the forest myself and really fill up the sawmill so it's good to go for a long time. When I say a long time, I'm just going to try to max out the wood in the sawmill. That tree is not liking that at all. Is that enough room for me to get around here? As soon as I pick up some other trees I just kind of left here. I know I got some trees over at the shed by the cow barn, but over by Heard That. I got to pick up that tree. And just got to remember where I got some of these stumps down here. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Now I can get up here. Got to smooth this area out a little bit, make it look more realistic. But I am liking this sheep pasture, the open sheep pasture. Although I do want to put a fence around it. But fencing is rather expensive, as we do know. Let's go ahead and get these vibrating trees on down to the sawmill. So I can get that up and going. Well, this may not be enough to get it up and going, but I'll turn it on anyways because I'm going to bring a whole bunch of wood into here. But that's what I'll be doing the rest of the day. Like I said, I'm just going to go back over and take care of the cows, make sure they're full of water. When I get tired of cutting down trees. I can't see the trigger here because I got the interactive marker turned off. Can I not? Aha, the trigger was here. It's like the trigger was somewhere. Alright, trees are gone. I did not want to hit tab. Thank you. I want to hit escape so I can come back in here. And it's not a whole lot, but we are going to go ahead and turn on that, and that should be on distributing planks. Alright, so the process has started to get the sawmill back up running so Have a Seat does not run out of furniture. Progress. Every episode we're making progress. Is that some episodes it's more than others. But now I got some room over there by the sheep. I can back in a little bit easier. Sheep should be well taken care of. Now I'm just going to go out here and grab some bigger trees, start cutting those down, and make lots of trips over to the sawmill. Get that up and going. But we're going to end the episode over at the new residential area. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing in here now at this point, because I'm expanding elsewhere, but we're going to keep cutting down trees in this general area. Can I teleport? I don't think I can teleport over to those houses. I'm going to have to walk on over. Can I visit this place? I can't visit the water tank. Alright, well, we'll just jump here. That's tight knit. That's our knitting place. You can see the trees off in the distance. As we come over the top of the hill. There we go. Now it's starting to look like we got actually people living here. But these are the workers. These are the ones that are working at the restaurant, the supermarket. At least that's what I like to think. So not too bad. For starters, like I said, it took me about 45 minutes to come up with that. I only got one house with a fence in. Fencing is not really something that appeals to me too much so far, but you know, I'll make it work some way, one way or another. But anyways, we got some decorations down. Like I said, all I'm going to do in between episodes is get the sawmill kind of full with some logs. Going to take care of that. Take a couple hours tonight while this is uploading. Throw that in there, take care of the cows, and then we're going to zip through December, January for the most part, but we got bread to sell in December. January is eggs and tomatoes, and of course February is back to bread. And then hopefully if the weather is good in February, we'll start planting some cotton. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.